When it comes to educating our children, it truly does take a village, right? Here in Columbus, we are so lucky to have an amazing resource in our local library system, whose services are particularly helpful to the families with Franklin County Children's Services. So today from FCCS, we have Elizabeth Crabtree back with us, and Kathy Shahbodaghi is here from the Columbus Metro Library. So always good to have you guys.
Great to be here.
So Elizabeth, first of all, I mean, this is a partnership. The library really serving as a hub for the community. So as a representative from FCCS, how do you see that partnership happening?
Well, first of all, as an agency, we have recognized that we cannot serve all of our children the way we want to. We need the community, we need community organizations to provide that net for our families. A lot of families, a lot of communities feel disconnected. The library is a great place to go where not only you can get resources to help with your child's education, but you can also feel connected, meet people, maybe meet new friends that are your new fictional characters that you're reading. But reading is so important. It opens so many windows into a child's life, an individual's life, but the library can provide so much more to our children and our families.
And let's start with the littlest ones, Kathy, because you guys really help parents and caregivers as they're getting their kids ready for even kindergarten.
We do. In fact, parents are their child's first teacher, and the library is ready to help parents not only with books and other resources, but we actually have ready for kindergarten classes and other programs just designed to help parents work with their children and get them ready with those all-important kindergarten readiness skills, especially ready to read skills.
And that was the thing, is they start reading then. When they get to third grade, and Elizabeth, you mentioned, don't you have a third grader?
I have a third grader, and so when you start out the beginning of the school, you're talking about the third grade guarantee test.
Yes.
And we all want our children to be successful, and so as a parent, you think you're on the right path with your child, and you have a wonderful partner potentially with your teacher, but also being able to go to the library and talk to them as well, have one of the volunteers work with your child and make sure that they are where they need to be and help them get where they need to go.
Yeah, and Kathy, how does that process work? Are they just paired with a volunteer? What kind of, I guess, credentials does the volunteer have to be able to sit down?
Sure, it's a great question. So we're talking about our Reading Buddies program, which is offered at all 23 of our branches at least twice a week. Children from kindergarten through third grade can come, and they are paired with either a staff member, maybe a staff member, or a trained volunteer. And that volunteer has undergone a rigorous background check as well as training to be able to be paired and work with students. And the two will pair off with a grade level appropriate book, read for 15 minutes, answer a few comprehension questions, and then it's finished.
I imagine you even see a lot of relationships blooming from this. I mean, right?
We sure do. Kids do tend to form relationships with our staff and with volunteers, bonding over a good book.
And that can make a big difference, especially with your families that you guys serve, Elizabeth. How important is that?
So I was a caseworker for 7.5 years. I was out in the field, and a lot of our families feel alone. They feel isolated. I think people can sometimes feel that way in general, but a lot of our families feel that way. And so to have a place where they can go where they feel safe, for the kids who maybe are food insecure, get a free lunch in the summer or get a snack after school before they start working on their homework, it's incredibly important, and it's something that's definitely needed in our communities and for our families today.
And for all the kids that go to school, you also offer, and I think this is a really great service, a homework help center. How does that process work? Who can take advantage of it?
Absolutely. We offer a homework help center in all 23 of our branches. They are open 3 hours every single day after school with trained staff, dedicated staff and volunteers. Any child, K through grade 12, can take advantage of this space. Get help with their homework, not tutoring, but help with homework.
Yeah, right.
And then we also have free homework supplies. We also have free printing, computers, PCs, and free printing for that homework that needs to be printed out. But most importantly, it's an environment where everybody's doing their homework, everybody's learning.
I was going to say, and we know those little kids even have those hefty backpacks these days with a lot of homework and a lot of grades. And sometimes you think, you know, just having someone there to support you when you have to get through a number of pages and a number of things to push you a little bit is probably beneficial for any student.
Shoot, sometimes I feel like we need homework help in our house. We've got 2 parents.
You need to have Kathy bring someone over, right?
No, we are at our library frequently. It is a great resource.
Absolutely. All right. And as you mentioned, 23 branches, right? So
Yes.
everybody has a local library close to them with the Columbus Metro Library. You can go to their website, find one near you, and get all the help you need for your child's education. So thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.